Hello. Um, I wanted to come on here to make a video. I had a talk with my daughter yesterday, Angelina, and we spoke about we spoke about um, holidays and uh, this holiday coming up, which people call Christmas. And I heard things come out of her mouth, um, which which is what the Lord has been showing me for a while. And but after speaking to her, um, the Spirit of Truth uh, was just leading me deeper to how evil this time is. And uh, first, a lot of people have done this, but whoever hasn't, um, what I would suggest is just type in the origin of Christmas, December 25th, which, first of all, it's not even a day where Christ was born. There's not a specific day, but it does give an idea. It says that there were shepherds keeping their flock by night uh, when he was born, and during this time in December, it would be cold, so they wouldn't be out during night. And it also talks about the birth of John, and it gives an idea because Zechariah was in the temple at a certain time, so you could. John was, I think, born 6 months before, um, and so there's just a better idea of what season he was born in, but it's not in this time, not in winter. Um, so December 25th is a day that was a pagan holiday celebrated by pagans. The winter solstice, they would worship the sun god because that would be a time where it would get cold, things would die, and they would worship the sun, nature, which is no, and they would cut a tree down to. It actually even says in Jeremiah chapter 10, learn not the way of the heathen, neither be dismayed. Um, it says, for the customs of the people are in vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest. They deck it with gold and silver. They hammer it down so it will not move. And it's just it's so strikingly similar to what people do on this day. Cutting a tree. Now think about this too. Cutting a tree down. Tree is meant to give, right? Um, there's a reason why the tree is there. The evergreen trees for nature and why it's there. So to cut it down, I mean, just think of that. To cut the tree down for the sake of putting it in your house. Um, that's just not good. The tree should um, be planted outside where it belongs. It doesn't belong dead in a house. Um, uh, so, I was talking with my daughter, and we talked about how children are led to believe that there's a Santa Claus that comes and he gives all these gifts, and which is a lie. And I spoke about um, how children, some children that don't know that Santa Claus is not real, they go to school, and then some children do know, and they'll question those children like, your parents didn't tell you that Santa Claus is not real, and they make fun of them. Um, things like this have happened, and then the child's heart's broken, and they go home, mommy, daddy, I got made fun of today because I still believe in Santa and that he's not real. And then right there, it's, a parent has to explain why. And people think that it's the time of giving. And this is where the Spirit of the Lord truly started to break down the truth behind it and how more evil it really is. Now, my daughter said something. She's like, I loathe this day. I'm overwhelmed. And I said, you're confessing what I know about this time. I hear it in people. I said, people, there's more suicides and there's more depression, and because people remember these things as children, and and um, and then as they get older, maybe they're homeless and they don't have that, and so people are, there's just a lot of darkness on this time. Now you look at the media with the commercials and the toys and the money and the economy and the stock market, and uh, so going into the giving part, there are so many things in this world that are just evil. So many. Like the sand of the sea, like the stars in the sky. There's so many evil, idolatry, coveting, evil things that parents are giving to children in the name of giving. Oh, well, I'm giving. Now, if I'm a parent and I buy a video game which promotes killing and fighting, but it's a game, but that's what the child was hoping that Santa Claus, which is a lie, would give. So the parent knows this. The child is coveting for this, coveting, wanting this gift. Parent buys it, puts it under a tree, says that Santa came. Look at all the lies and watch how it doesn't stop at the giving part, right? So the child says, "Oh, Santa came," which is a lie, which children are led to believe that the Santa Claus is a god. And it's literally in the Ten Commandments. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. None. It's evil. Now, Santa brought you a video console, a game system. Here's a game that's going to teach you how to fight and indoctrinate you. Let's call it Call of Duty. Watch. This is the ones up here, the government, the ones above the government, indoctrinating children, casting spells over their mind to groom them to want to become a soldier, fight, kill, destroy one another, angry, bitter, in the name of giving. What did you just give your child? Do you even know what you're giving them? Are you just literally handing them over to Satan? Here. That's the truth. Little girls, little daughters. Here, give them Barbies. Give them toys. Give them fairy tale stuff. Make them believe in all these false magics. And I want to say that I used to be a part of that. I used to, as a child, these things are what I did, what I was taught. But now, being converted and turn to the Lord, these things are evil. And I wonder why I couldn't be free from within. It goes so much more deeper than just giving. What are you giving? What are you doing? I watched this video and I talked about it a little bit about this man who was toured hell. And one of the rooms that the demon showed him was where children were worshiping these comic heroes and these dolls that became possessed, because that's idolatry. The demon says we planted idolatry for them to worship these false idols, these false heroes, which aren't heroes, they're false. They're made up, they're fiction. And it erases the memory of the real Savior. He says we plant them in children. It is a very evil, evil time. Evil. And that is the truth. These holidays, which do not honor God at all, in fact, they literally dishonor Him by the deeds and the works and what is planted. Think about when you take a seed of something, right? Would you give your child a poisonous seed, which is a poisonous fruit, and tell them to plant it in a soil, water it, give it sunlight, take care of it, let it grow, and then as it grows and it bears fruit, would you let them eat it? No, because it's going to kill them, right? These things that parents are giving to children it's planting things that are demonic, that are evil. You're literally handing them over to Satan here, casting spells on them, allowing witchcraft to work in the home. Mommy, Daddy, come watch me play this game. Do. Watch, I'm gonna kill him. Watch, I'm gonna get him. It's just a game. Just a game. Just a game. Is it just a game? That's all it is? Because when I used to play, I can tell you that these games used to warn me that it could give you a seizure. That's the truth. Seizure? Is that good? That's possession. This game can possess you. And I could tell you from personal experience that is true. But that's just a game. Evil. Simple as giving a gift like a movie to some Disney movie where there's sorcery. I've been seeing this. Magic. No. The Bible tells you to run from things like that. Those are things sacrificed to devils in the name of giving. And then lying from who it's from, making them believe that it's from a false god. Where's Jesus? Do your children even know about him? And if they do, is he truly honored on that day? Is it all about him? No. No. It's a dark time. These are dark days. And it's not good. It really isn't. It's leading people into hell. It's leading people into hell. And I know that being a parent, being a part of this with the family and putting pressure on people, and this is where Jesus says, if you love your father, your mother, your child, your brother, your sister more than me, you're not worthy of me. If you don't take up your cross, deny yourself, you're not worthy of me. If you don't forsake the world and lose your own life, you're not worthy. That's the truth. You cannot call him Lord and be doing things that are against him. And the scripture says, like lying, all liars will have their part in a lake of fire. All liars. It says it in the book of Revelation. All liars. How will you escape if you accept that it's okay to lie to children because it's in the name of giving? The Christmas spirit. No, the spirit of the Lord. The spirit of Christ. But how will you escape? What will you say? I know you commanded me not to lie. I know it says that all liars will have the part in the lake of fire, but I was giving. Okay, what were you giving? You want to go deeper? You really want to go there? Let's investigate and examine every gift that you gave to your children. What did you give them? Was it something you gave them that stole their time when they should have been worshiping and sacrificing to the Lord, sacrifices of righteousness and holiness? What did you give? What did you plant under that dead tree? Dead things. Things that brought spiritual death. Division. You got 2 children, right? Just think of this. One child opens up a gift. The other child opens up a gift. The other child's looking at the other gift that the brother or sister has. Oh, I wish I had that. This is what Santa got me. Division. Some parents can't afford things, right, that children want. Common sense. They just can't afford it because they don't have the money for it. They didn't get the bonus check. The children, though, is thinking that, well, I've been good this year. I've done my chores. I love my mommy. I love my daddy. I'm going to get that toy. And then it doesn't come because the parents couldn't afford it. Happens a lot, I trust. Child's like, maybe I wasn't good enough. What? How is a parent going to explain that? Oh, well, maybe next year. And then this child goes to school and sees that other children got this gift that he or she's been wanting. and they were bad, right? Let's just say this child was bad and evil, bully. Why did Santa give them that gift? Do you see? My daughter, she said, I loathe this day. It's so overwhelming, pressure. She hosts Christmas at her house, and and I felt her pain because I know, there was one holiday where I just didn't go with the family, and I went into the woods where this mountain was, and I just wanted to spend that day with the Lord. I didn't want to get caught up in all the just. eh, I just didn't want to get caught up in it anymore. And I was looking at the animals, and the Lord was was leading me to pay attention to the animals. Like, look, this day is the same to them. They don't get overwhelmed. They're just going out, little deer, feeding, grazing on the grass. See? The animals. Yeah. Um, so as parents, what are you giving? That's where, after speaking with my daughter and going into meditation and prayer, I started to really, the Lord, the Spirit started to, what are you giving to your children? What's laced in these gifts that are evil? Idolatry, that steal time, the attention, that take everything away from glorifying God. It does not glorify Him, it glorifies the devil. Um, no, my brother was calling just now, but um, it glorifies the devil. And just look, just ask the Lord to show you how much evil is really on this day. And it's not too hard to see. It's not too hard to see. And then ask yourself, what am I really doing? I don't want to be a part of this anymore. And there's freedom. There's freedom from breaking free from it. Freedom. Your children will be the freedom. Every day should be the birth of Christ within a home, within yourself. Every day. Every day. Not just on a pagan day, which was a day that was celebrated to worship a false god and to begin with. It's easy to go into the history of it to prove where it's rooted from, but just look at what's happening. What are you planting in your homes? What are you planting? What are you planting? They're not just games. They're not just toys. They're not. These are tools that are literally crafted in hell. And if you love your children, you'll protect them from these things. Protect them. Protect them. Protect them. Protect them. So, with that being said, peace and goodwill. Uh, peace and goodwill.